New tonight, one of the suspects in a disturbing human trafficking case here in Omaha is now facing federal charges. The U.S. attorney says a federal grand jury returned an unsealed indictment charging Stephen Harper with possession of child porn with a prior conviction. Remember, last October, we learned from Omaha police that authorities arrested 5 people, including Harper, in what they called a long-term investigation involving sex trafficking. Then in May, authorities announced the arrest of a 6th individual, Jenny Lee Rapp, for allegedly providing the access code to her home, where 2 of the suspects would meet other men and women for sex. Harper is still charged in Douglas County for keeping a place of prostitution and pandering. He's due back in court August 6th. 2 of the suspects in this case, Amy Hicks, former Omaha City employee, and Douglas Johnson, face their sentencing next month.
First